Yo, what's going on guys, Bishop's Gaming it, and today I've got you some tips and tricks on how to do better on the Trials of Osiris. I know they release a new map every week, and today's week is Pantheon, something like that. But yeah, Bungie released some stats the other day for the old Trials of Osiris, and a lot of people didn't get nine wins, or even complete it, but all get the 9 and 0. So I just want to do some tips and tricks on how it can be easier for you guys to get to that level, to get to that 9 wins, because it's just not something you're just going to do luckily one day. You're going to have to actually work it and be a good player. But anyway, yeah, let's jump into this. So the first tip I've got for you guys is find an area you're comfy with and kind of stay together as a team, because if you have a look on the gameplay now, we find this right side of the map and we kind of hang around this area. Like, he goes out and snipes if they're coming down that left hand side. He's going to snipe. We have one person, which is Chinese, who's going to run down and watch the mid. And if he watches middle, that means they only have one real way to come. And if they come the other way, we can just go and help them. So yeah, holding down one area is really, really key. Because you want to stay together, you want to stay within reviving distance, so they can't come and push on your body straight away. And you can ultimately do stuff like that, which was just insane when he got that. We were going crazy to get that triple nade. I mean, they just push you and you can just... sometimes you do get lucky and you get something like that. And that's kind of what you play for, isn't it? So yeah, stay down that right hand side. Make sure that the directions they can come from are looked at. So even if all of them push, say, down the opposite side, there's one person mid who's going to pick that up on his radar, because if you use the radar, you know that they're going to be there, if that makes sense. Tip number 2 is going to be revives. Revives are massively important. You obviously don't want to go for a revive if there's people near you. Like, you don't want to sacrifice yourself almost to get revived, because he can't do anything for a couple of seconds when he gets up. But they're super important. You don't want to ever get outnumbered. Like, now they got 2 enemies down, they have 1 enemy down, and we're just staying where their bodies are, so they can't get the revive. If you see like what we did here, we got 2 people dead. You want to push onto those bodies as quickly as you can, even if they may get 1 revive. You don't want them to get all 3 back up, because then you're exactly the same, and by the time you're there, they can't really do anything, and you've wiped them out. Just here on the screen is showing you what I was using. I was using the Her Mercy, so weapons and stuff don't matter massively. It's more level based. If you're like level 33 or 34, the weapons aren't going to really, make that much of a difference, because I don't know, I was using the Her Mercy and I managed to get a 9 and 1, and I know they're not as good as the Hawk Moon and stuff, but you just gotta watch that and make sure that you can just take them out. If you're a good enough player, you can get them. Right there is what you just saw. Is you want to watch the dead bodies even after you've killed them. There's nothing worse than an enemy team getting a self-resurrection and killing you and getting revives, because ultimately if they kill one of you and they revive both their players, you're going to be outnumbered and you're going to get dicked. As soon as you're outnumbered on this game, it's really hard to do. Save your supers when you see someone. As you see there, Silent used his super way too early and actually didn't get any kills of it, whereas I've found a couple of people where I might have got 1, but that, as soon as they see me with their super, they're going to run away, and we've got that body on lockdown now, so my other players can go forward and maybe use their supers. But yeah, there again, we got my armor and stuff. You want to try and play in a party of 3. You see, we're playing in a party of 3 here, and you all want to have mics, no matter what, because communication on trials is essential. You need to be speaking to one another to know what's going on around the map, to know where they're coming from, because your radar's not going to pick up everything around the map. So ultimately, just make sure you're speaking to each other and you understand what the call outs you're saying. Like if you say they're coming mid or they're pushing right and stuff, you understand what they mean by that. And yeah, even on the flip spawns, you want to stay together. Like, we're staying down this left side, and Chinese ran off by himself and he got killed for it. So what you want to do is you want to stay together on one side of the map, and as soon as you've got 2 of the enemies down like we have now, you want to either stay with a revived so they can't get the revive, or you want to push, but you want to push together. You never want to go off by yourself if you're in a situation like this. If you are winning, if you are 2 to 1 up, you want to face the guy 2 to 1, because look here, I went by myself and I've nearly been wiped out. So Silent comes in and it's just basically someone else to take some more bullets and get get kills, because it's going to be easier on a 2-on-1 than a 1-on-1. So ultimately, just stay together when you can outnumber them, and make sure you make your shots go off. Do not let them get the revives. That is key. As soon as someone starts getting revives, it's when the game starts getting hard. Another tip I'm going to have for you, there's not actually a clip of this, but when you're on the heavy, the one who has super, if one of you has super, you push down one side by yourself, and then the other two run to the other one, and if all their team's there's 2 of you against 3 at least, rather than 1 against 3, and you can pick up the supers, pick up the heavy, and the guy with the super, if all 3 of them push his way, he can pretty much wipe them out, and it's almost a free round, and you get both heavies. So even if they do survive, you've got 2 sets of heavy, because letting them not have heavy is just so key. And here you'll see us pushing forward together on the left hand side, just trying to, you know, when people sit back like this, sometimes you can't just sit back and wait for them to come for you, because sometimes they just don't, and you've got to push them. So we go through and get the push, end up getting a double kill. Those grenades are so important. I mean, you need to save, you don't want to waste your grenades. You want to wait until you see them, and you can just, you know, lob it into an area where they may run. It also scares them, so they might run the other way, and Chinese is there to run into him. But yeah, I pick up the 3rd kill there, and look, we're definitely checking these orbs that they don't get a self-resurrect, because that will screw us over. It really will. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tips and tricks. I hope they help you get to 9 wins on trials. I think they should, really. And this is what I was going on about earlier. When you save your supers, that we're 4-0 up, and we want to get this win. So we all just pop our supers, and Silent ends up getting 2 kills, and then I end up getting the last one, which is, you know, just a quick round. It's almost a free round when someone has a super, and if you're 4-0 up, if all 3 of you have a super, you just all use it. It's a free round. And yeah, we complete the Trials of Osiris yesterday, and I will see you all guys later. I hope these help, and if it does, leave a like. Thanks for listening, guys. See you later.